Hey guys, James here again. This is going to be what if Tanjiro was born as the perfect demon slayer and swordsman. Now, basically this one, Tanjiro would basically, one major thing he did as a kid was basically with his dad, where his dad had done the dance, basically just basically the Hinokami Kagura dance. And Tanjiro, as a kid, as long as I can remember, had tried to do it with his dad over and over and over again. By the time he's 15, he's already mastered it down to the T. So yeah. And then, because he was kind of doing it for like over 5 years straight, so, yeah. And, his dad had realized how much Tanjiro loved it, and that Tanjiro kind of did it for him in his stead now. So Tanjiro's dad began trying to find new dances that his family had been doing, and they found basically one of the other forms of sun breathing, but Tanjiro couldn't do that just yet. And instead, basically, he would try to do it after his dad did it once, but Tanjiro was simply just too little to get it off perfectly. But yeah. When he's 15, it would basically be one of the bigger changes in his life. As throughout his whole life, he's been basically doing much harder jobs for himself. But by the age of 15, he's basically become a complete tank on an ability, but my allergies are beating the hell out of me, so I pause. It's just a sneeze to blow my nose. So, Alright, so some Tanjiro's jobs that he got, one of them is cleaning a dojo. And the dojo quickly discovered that Tanjiro is a natural with multiple sword martial arts. So the main ones being Kenjutsu, Iaido, Iaijutsu, Kendo, Aikido, and Buto Jutsu. So yeah. And Tanjiro with all these, sword skills under his belt that he kind of just is a natural at. He began doing Hinokami Kagura with this, and realizing that he has breathing techniques. But he used Hinokami Kagura once on one single target, and his sword blew to pieces. So, yeah. Basically with this, they keep giving Tanjiro an arsenal of 3-4 different swords to actually kind of practice swinging at. So yeah. And, with this, we can go on to probably just all Tanjiro's abilities after picking up a job at a dojo and a few other random town shops, like either delivering coal like he does in Canon, cleaning a dojo, or going to so-and-so town to deliver so-and-so item. Guys, it just does a number of jobs. Tanjiro, with all these jobs, he does eat a lot different, and some of these shops are very nice to Tanjiro. Well, not some, a lot of them are, because he does such a big favor for them. Tanjiro's diet's a bit different. He even gets a few physical recommendations from some dojos or some, it's like gyms, but I guess places of fitness. So yeah. So with this, Tanjiro basically has perfect concentration breathing already. Did I say breeding? That is not for Demon Slayer. That is for a anime plot. All right. Perfect concentration breathing. He has a see-through world already. Tanjiro, a perfect Demon Slayer would have see-through world. They have Demon Slayer marks and see-through world. Look at Gyome. So yeah. First wondering why I'm saying Gyome's perfect one. Hell, look at your Yoriichi. He's perfect Demon Slayer. He's the first. He's the strongest and the perfect. Gyome is the strongest of his generation and the perfect one. Tanjiro kind of took Demon King Tanjiro took the whole strongest, but yeah. Tanjiro has see-through world, the Demon Slayer mark. This is not really a scar at all. No, it's a straight-up Demon Slayer mark. So yeah. It's always active at all times. Tanjiro is also a bit bigger, roughly the same physical ability as Rengoku. Not physical ability, physical stature as Rengoku. For his physical ability, he's a lot greater than Rengoku is, actually. His strength is tapped out for his body, to the point where his body cannot grow any stronger or faster. His durability is maxed out as well, and it's to the point where he can take a few bullets just like Rengoku can, but Tanjiro can control his body to such a degree that he can close wounds temporarily. Heal them? No, he can just control skin and muscle to the point where he can close a wound for a bit in battle. So yeah. His master Hinokami Kagura and a few other, one other sun breathing technique. He has not mastered other technique, but it's kind of a known other technique. His maximum strength and speed for his body type, being 5'10", and the same body build as Rengoku. So yeah. Also, Tanjiro made a habit of fighting demons. He's found demons before as he runs from town to town to deliver letters. That's why he has that's why he has such insane speed. He's on a demon on his way back before, and he fought the demon and killed it, but it was really hard to do because he didn't have a sword. He had a hatchet, and he used Hinokami Kagura once, and because the hatchet was so weak, it had broke before it even hit the demon, but the demon wasn't flying because of how hard it was hit. Tanjiro with the demon wasn't feeling well, so he held it down until sunlight, until sunrise. This the demon is basically just choked out until sunrise. Tanjiro tore his head off at everything and ran away with it. Tanjiro held him chokehold and just tore its head off and ran away with it for a bit. So yeah. His smell is to the point where it's about double what it is in canon. His sight, Tanjiro is literally just like the guy, What did I say? I don't know the names. I would say like he's a lot like Altair, Ezio, Connor, Beck. He's like all their eyes from Assassin's Creed, but they have the bird's eye view as well. But Tanjiro has that even better. He basically has like the eagle vision from Assassin's Creed. But he has see the world which you can turn on and off. So yeah. Well, you can turn it off, but more or less he enters a selfless state, and in selfless state he sees it perfectly. So yeah. For hearing, he hears better than Zenitsu does. Zenitsu is already nearing the level of hearing thoughts, and Tanjiro's better than Zenitsu, so he hears your thoughts. We can tune it in and out, kind of like a radio. So yeah, either turn it off or channel into one thing. That's kind of what he does. For taste, well, Tanjiro can stick his tongue out and can kind of taste everything, or it kind of acts as like a sense of not like a location, kind of like a sense of just direction. Like, oh, well, coming from the east happens to be, well, a bear that's currently mating, and from the right happens to be a deer taking a shit. It's kind of just how his tongue acts for him. That's why he doesn't really use his skill. He hates it. So, yeah. Because he tastes like air molecules or things that are traveling in the air. He has tasted so many things that no human should taste. He's done the things he's tasted things that we shouldn't. Whereas the touch, he's basically a master of beast breathing unintentionally. So yeah. He's also a master martial artist. So yeah. He's a master martial artist with a sword, but when it comes to hand-to-hand combat, he would use his sword techniques, but with his bare hand. So yeah. So Tanjiro, he's 15, his family would still die. But, well, when Nezuko's quote-unquote last words to Muzan, my brother's used to killing demons, he'll kill you as well. As Muzan turns into a demon. I forget if it was intentional or unintentional, but I say unintentional. And Muzan says, Demon Slayer. There's this little girl's brother. Actually, probably not. There's no Demon Slayers in this area. She has confidence in some little rat who kills such common demon. She has a lot of faith. Or really strong. One of the two. But probably faith. No one's stronger than me. As he walks away. Tanjiro came back to his house to find Nezuko. And she got up and immediately attacked Tanjiro. Tanjiro's gonna give like a dead stare of just depression and anger. And Nezuko froze in place and immediately didn't move. She didn't move for the whole time. Tanjiro was just burying their family. So yeah. Until Nezuko telling her to come on. And she was still scared to move. The Tanjiro recognized her as a demon. But he chopped him back the neck full force, which knocked her out immediately, and took her out for days on end. He went to town to buy like a box and put her in the box. He left as her body would get smaller over time, but yeah. So at some point, Giyu had seen Tanjiro's box open from behind. So he asked Tanjiro demons, but Tanjiro's oh no demons nearby. Well, they killed my family, but they're not nearby here. So, but Giyu looked at Tanjiro, says his box open, revealing Nezuko's hand, and that's obviously sharp like claws. Giyu went around to basically attack Tanjiro, not Tanjiro, but attack Nezuko. Tanjiro went around with his blade, blocking Giyu's strike. As Giyu saw Tanjiro could block the strike pretty easily. But Tanjiro put the box down, and punching a rock as hard as he can, prying some of it open, and to the point where he just pried off a whole boulder. Not boulder, but a decent amount of space to actually kind of put Nezuko in it in case the sunrise would come out and burn her. Both Tanjiro and Giyu began fighting. Giyu just knows that Tanjiro's a really good swordsman, a much better swordsman than him. But the breathing styles aren't really good for his sword. His sword's breaking under each Hino Kamikagara. There was a point where eventually Tanjiro and Giyu had clashed again, with Giyu using strong technique, Tanjiro using his. Tanjiro had broken his blade and cracked Giyu's. But when he cracked Giyu's, Giyu had to jump away so his blade doesn't break again. Not break, but crack. Crack again. Giyu says he wouldn't let Tanjiro live, as he still heard Tanjiro's story, and actually asked Tanjiro if he's a demon slayer, or an ex-demon slayer. Tanjiro says no, he's never even heard of a demon slayer till now. So yeah. Then Giyu's so you're just a random swordsman, and Tanjiro's no, I kill demons to protect the villages that I travel to. Kind of string them up in trees, or I chuck them out till morning. Giyu's so you physically hold down demons. Tanjiro says, yeah, demons aren't that strong. So he suddenly just burst out of the box, Tanjiro grabbed her by the face and held her in place, as Nezuko tried to get away from Tanjiro, but he just didn't let go. Immediately, the return of Tanjiro's physical strength may be rivaling most Hashira. As he is. In terms of speed, he'd be the second fastest runner out of them all besides Tengen. In terms of physical ability, the only person that would beat him would be Gyome. So yeah. Physical strength, if we put Tanjiro sets in terms of Hashira, physical strength goes to Gyome, number 2, Tanjiro. Speed, Tengen, second, Tanjiro, third would be Gyome. So yeah, fourth would be Sanemi, and so on and so forth. Tanjiro would have basically just a few impressive physical stats that most people can't really beat him. So yeah. Also, the skill was basically second to none, besides maybe someone like Tengen or Gyome. Mainly because Tengen was trained as a shinobi, and Gyome has tenure, so, yeah. So with this, we go on probably just to Tanjiro being called about Urokodaki, and Tanjiro said he will say, I think at this point Tanjiro like 13 or 14, actually. Hold up. Never mind, at this point Tanjiro's 13, and he's still impressed Giyu, so yeah. Also, he's 13 and 5'10", he's pretty big. 13, I believe I was like 5'8". So, Tanjiro's decent amount bigger. Yeah, I'm bigger than that, but I don't care. Alright, so, Tanjiro would basically head to Urokodaki. He arrives there. Well, first, like, the whole temple thing, but when the demon attacked him, Tanjiro grabbed him by the face and threw it off the cliff. So, yeah, like, the demon's like, oh, a human. Tanjiro grabbed him by the hair and threw it down, like the whole flight of stairs that he walked up. And, like last 5 minutes, they hear the demon just yelling in pain. The demon then vows to go kill Tanjiro. Tanjiro says he'll walk down there and throw him, like, he'll walk down there, drag him back up and throw him down the stairs all over again if he wants to try it. The demon ran up the stairs again, and Tanjiro kicked him down the stairs all over again. That cycle continues on until morning. Urokodaki realizes Tanjiro is getting tired from kicking the demon, and his leg doesn't seem to be sore. Tanjiro is just repeatedly kicking the demon down the flight of stairs until sunrise, and the demon rises and bounces off one more step. It got put in like a whole blast of the sun, and immediately just burst into ash. So yeah. Urokodaki talked to Tanjiro, and Tanjiro already knew he was there, so yeah. Like, Tanjiro figured out after like the first 5 minutes, so yeah. With this, Urokodaki would bring Tanjiro to the mountains and try to train him, but when he came to the training, Tanjiro passed the training with relatively no effort in the span of like 2-3 weeks. No, because like, oh, sword training. Tanjiro's already one of the best swordsmen in the land. One of the swordsmen in the series, period. We can't like the stone cutting, Tanjiro cut it in half in his first try. So yeah. Urokodaki wanted to fight Tanjiro for himself, and Tanjiro's greatly impressive. So yeah. Tanjiro, is still 13, would take the entrance exams. So, yeah. He takes the exam while Nezuko is being hypnotized. Tanjiro remains as a Hashira for the next 2 years. Not Hashira, as a basically, mainly, he rises to ranks like becoming Demon Slayer regularly. At the end of the 2 years, he's 15 years old in a Kinoue. He's a candidate to become the Water Hashira. It's taking like a month to get into water breathing. So yeah. But mainly uses Kamikaga with 1 slash, as he can do that a lot easier. Also, his nature and blade can spark up red at any moment because he squeezes it too hard, or his body just reaches a certain temperature. So yeah. He's even met like Kaguya-sama, and he's even talked to them saying like Tanjiro is Demon Slayer mark, one of the highest degrees of Demon Slayer in terms of power could reach. The only thing holding him back from being defeated from being weaker than all of you, or the only thing that makes him weaker than all of you is the fact that it's his age. His body is like still growing. So yeah. They even like hear from Kaguya-sama himself that Tanjiro could be stronger than them all if he was older. Maybe like about a year. So yeah. This happened when Tanjiro was like 15. So yeah. But now with this, when he's 15, he goes to get Nezuko. He's starting to fear on a mission all throughout the town. He gets a lot more missions than regular because he's faster and he can get there. He has the quickest routes and can get there faster than most people can. So yeah. He came like the demon and came up to the puddles. Tanjiro wanted to see what Nezuko could do. So Nezuko would jump and fight the demon. And she's pretty good against it, but there's 3 of them, so Tanjiro killed 2 of them. I think she off the one demon and she beat it. It was hard, but she did it. So yeah, that's on Tanjiro's way back. It took him like a week or 2. Urokodaki was told by Tanjiro to train her with hand-to-hand combat. So yeah, or teach her sword techniques, but with her bare hands, and she has really sharp nails. So yeah, Nezuko was able to cut the demon's neck, not cut his head mostly off, but the last bit, Tanjiro cut his head off himself, and it died. So yeah. And on this, we go on probably just, I guess, the next part, being probably just finding Zenitsu. Tanjiro's kind of walking by, with in the box, but as he walks by, he sees a trembling woman, grabs him by the collar of his shirt and dragging him away. And he's like, you can't do this, you can't do this to me. It doesn't matter if you're a Demon Slayer too, you can't do this. Tanjiro says, it matters if I'm a candidate to be a Hashira and you're some nobody. Zenitsu froze up, hearing the name Hashira, and just apologized. So yeah. So I'm pretty sure Zenitsu's aware that his old master was a Hashira at some point, so yeah. Tanjiro threw Zenitsu in the air, then Zenitsu landed on his feet, only to get punched in the face by Tanjiro, being sent flying across through the air. He hit the ground immediately, wondering who hits that hard and who sends him flying that easily. Tanjiro then told Zenitsu that they're Demon Slayers. Our job is to protect the weak who can't kill demons. What are you doing? Pestering the weak and annoying them. Hell, I'm pretty sure she's scared of you. You're doing the opposite of what we're supposed to do. Hell, if you're doing the opposite of what we're supposed to do, you're no better than the demon. How's that fair? And Zenitsu immediately froze up, saying, wait, no, I'm not a demon. Demons don't pester women. Tanjiro says, I killed a demon who was supposed to be killed because he was pestering and abducting women. Like, I did that like a day ago. Zenitsu just says, really? Tanjiro holds up a box, opens it, showing Nezuko, saying, my sister's a demon, she killed him. Or helped me kill him. She didn't really kill him at all. I killed like 2 of them, I helped her kill the final one. But yeah. Tanjiro then closed Nezuko's box, putting it back on his back, saying he has a witness to help him verify that demons do indeed do what Zenitsu was just doing, but in a much more forceful way. Zenitsu really got a bit nervous that he was acting like a demon Tanjiro had killed before, and Tanjiro was insinuating that he would kill Zenitsu if he did that kind of thing again. Soon Tanjiro's crow would arrive, and his crow was a lot bigger than anyone else's. Like, this thing... Hold up real quick. So I thought of, like, what bird Tanjiro would have, and I forgot the name of it, so I had to describe it into Google, and it took me, like 3-4 minutes. Alright, the bird I was thinking of was a thick-billed raven. Pretty sure that raven weighs, like, 3.3 pounds. I don't know how to convert the kilograms. I don't really care about kilograms too much. Celsius is my thing. Yeah. But Tanjiro has a big thick-billed raven, and Zenitsu's completely just wondering, what kind of bird is that? Even when Tanjiro sounds like a grown man, and Zenitsu's terrified of it. Tanjiro means to Zenitsu, don't be scared of it, it's nice. Zenitsu's like, I didn't even show outward figure, how'd you know? Tanjiro says, I can hear your thoughts, as Zenitsu walks forward. And Tanjiro is walking ahead. He says, also you can't marry my sister. Then Zenitsu just yelled, saying, wait, how'd you know that? And he's like, oh yeah, you told me. Hearing Tanjiro's like, from now on, I'll make you my student. You'll be studying under me, and you'll be studying under me even when I become a Hashira. So until you reach the rank of Hashira yourself, you'll be training under me until then. Or until your perverted nature is beaten out of you. One of the two. Zenitsu just froze, but said okay. They get to basically the house where there's like kill guy. But they arrive there right as Inosuke did, and the kids, well, one of them isn't dead yet, so yeah. The brother went inside, Tanjiro put him out, saying there's a demon inside, so yeah. So, Inosuke also read questioning if they're demon slayers, but Tanjiro nodded, and then Inosuke saw like the rank on Tanjiro's uniform, and he attacked him, saying, there's no way you're Kinoe, you're some skinny brat. So Inosuke couldn't see Tanjiro's muscle. But Tanjiro punched him once in the face, and Inosuke immediately felt like his neck was going to break under that much strength. So yeah, and Tanjiro was holding back, so he didn't break Inosuke's neck. Inosuke hit the ground, almost knocked out. Tanjiro smacked him in the face once, and that woke him up. Tanjiro says, yeah, I believe he's a Kinoe, but they're going to go in there and kill whoever's in there. Tanjiro had ideas, he sent his bird in there, and they identified 2 or 3 demons in there. One of them happens to be an ex-Emperor Moon. He knows this, because he's seen Lower Moon 6. In these 2 years, he's killed 2 Lower Moons. He didn't kill Kyogai, but they've gone through 2 Lower Moons. Kyogai was fired a while ago, so he didn't count. Tanjiro killed one Lower Moon 6 and 1 Lower Moon 3. So yeah. So Tanjiro kind of killed 2 Lower Moons, so that gives him some credit. He says he's killed stronger than Lower Moon 6. But concerning this guy's drums and what kind of place he lives in, he says seems to be his house. I'm guessing his drums probably determine, but kind of control his house. He said that's what he says. This does somewhat concern them, but Tanjiro says, how about this, you 2 go after so-and-so demons. Zenitsu, you may think you're useless, but I'll tell you something. Close your eyes, focus your hearing on the demon, focus on nothing but the demon. And it says something, you merely see this bravado. All demons use it to intimidate demon slayers like you. Just let me tell you, it sucks. If you focus on them and your thoughts, you'll realize how bad it is, and it'll make you even laugh at them. We're trying to take down the majority of demons with thunder breathing. I'm telling you that right now. Later walking past Zenitsu will try to use that bit of courage he has, and he fights the tongue demon. He fights it. He's actually able to avoid a lot majority of the strikes with his eyes shut, and only focusing on the demon's insults, which he just really discovered completely just utterly trash. He would cut the demon across the face, cutting off its tongue, almost cutting its neck, almost cutting its head off. The demon's head didn't come off, so he jumped and kicked the head off, and realized what he just did. The demon was only grabbed him by the leg, but he cut the demon's arms off, as he actually had to use basically the first one with thunder breathing immediately, cut the head to pieces as well, and he kept doing what Tanjiro told him, and he actually was able to somewhat beat, not somewhat, able to kill the demon. And so he fought the other random fodder. Then Tanjiro would walk to the kill guy, looked around asking Kill guy if this was his house. Kill guy said yes, asking Tanjiro if he's there to kill him. Tanjiro says yeah, but the house looks a bit interesting. Tanjiro picked up some poetry, reading it out loud, saying he liked it. It's not as good as those ones that are out right now, but from how old Kyogai seems, it should have done good in that time. Kyogai would just nod, saying, the reason he's kind of a demon right now is because he kind of just ran out of things to do. Hold up. So if you guys heard the beginning of that cough in bed. Yeah, so Tanjiro kind of went around lifting Kyogai's poems. We even got like a string, tying the poems together, and then took Kyogai. After their fight, Tanjiro will live through it. He'll make sure to read all Kyogai's poems in his honor and bury them with him. Not bury him, but he'll kind of just destroy the house and bury the remains of it in honor of him. Kyogai says, "This is very bold of you, but you can try." And Tanjiro would smirk, assuming Kyogai began fighting, and he killed Kyogai. So yeah. But Kyogai's last words were basically, you should keep your word. And Tanjiro would nod, saying he will. Then he walked into the room, pretty sweaty, but saying he did it, and then Tanjiro was right. And Inosuke says his fight was easy, but he's a bit dizzy. Tanjiro then told them that he made a promise to the demon to construct the house and bury it. So they're starting now. The kids even want to chip in to help. And when it's nighttime, Nezuko chipped in as well, just helping them dismantle the house, and they eventually bury it. So yeah. Nezuko was a bit Inosuke and the kids were concerned about her, but he's like, no worries, she's nice. She has this hypnosis thing on her. Kind of makes you see all the humans as family and all demons as enemies. So if you're feeling really crest of your cheek, she's kind of probably thinking of her family. They're dead, but family. So yeah. So with this, after the house is constructed and it's buried, Tanjiro would read all poetry out loud, then buried as well. Even Zenitsu and Zenitsu and Inosuke agree it was somewhat decent. Now with this, they eventually sleep outside by kind of building tents. But Tanjiro kind of stuck there's multiple torches in the area and tying them together. And if one demon were basically will kind of set up traps too. But as they sleep, the demons were there to attack the house as if it's gone. And that means Kyogai's dead too. He's the Lower Moon. He's a former Lower Moon. These demons are trying to be Lower Moons, but not strong enough, according to Muzan. Kyogai was literally only non-Upper Moon, Lower Moon, the fact that he could not eat any more humans. So yeah. So some demons didn't come here anymore. Some demons trying to avoid it, but some saw how much light was around, how many traps there were, and that was they couldn't make it halfway to the house. So with this, no demons they attack them in the night. And we go on to the next day, where Tanjiro, Inosuke, and Zenitsu basically get a message to go, and we'll go to said location being Ruby's forest. Tanjiro knew who this forest was. He's heard rumors of it that demons lie here, and with their mission he's been given, it's Lower Moon 5. So yeah. So that they all head to the location. When they get here, it's relatively pretty easy, I'd say. So yeah, the force kind of easily coming down anyone in their path. Tanjiro kind of has go tear everyone down. So yeah. But eventually it goes on to basically just first it comes the father demon, which Tanjiro told Inosuke just follow. He says the father demon can't really talk, so it should be a lot easier for Zenitsu. And so as he would cut off one arm of the father demon, while Inosuke would keep it busy. Then Zenitsu would find the brother demon, and Zenitsu would kill him pretty easily as well. All he was talking about what he'd do to Zenitsu as a demon, which should put him off guard for a bit, but Zenitsu, after being roughed up a bit and not being poisoned yet, he decided to kill the demons. Tanjiro's words are incredibly effective to him, so yeah. Then eventually Inosuke is able to use his brain like Tanjiro would teach him, and he's able to get the demon to kick it off a cliff. And the demon kind of landed kind of right on a stone pillar, below him, and kind of impaled him and held him in place. The demon's nearly in half, but the demon in the position is getting off even if he wanted to. Its arms are a bit kind of just too impaled as well. And Tanjiro, in the meantime, would eventually go taking out demon slayers while they're unconscious. If they wake up, just punch them in the face real quick and they're knocked out. So yeah. But eventually Tanjiro found Rui, and him and Rui began fighting. Tanjiro's experience knows that some demons have sad backstories, so he would like to know Rui's. Rui would tell Tanjiro his, if Tanjiro had killed all Rui's siblings that were around him, and then Tanjiro eventually killed Rui himself right as Rui had finished his story. And Tanjiro ends up by Ruby saying, if you can find out where Ruby's family is buried, he'll establish a gravestone for him. Ruby would smile, and then controversy fully goes away. And eventually, at some point, Giyu and Shinobi arrive, and they've both met Tanjiro. He's met all the Hashira. However, the only Hashira that does not like him is Iguro, because Mitsuri was somewhat fawning over Tanjiro. Because physically, he's overwhelming all the Hashira, including Mitsuri. And skill, he's overwhelming all the Hashira, he overwhelms all Hashira in terms of skill, speed, and strength. There's only 3 Hashira who are exempt from those categories, actually. One that overwhelms his speed, Tengen. One who overwhelms his strength, Gyomei. The one who overwhelms his skill, no one. Actually, no, Gyomei and Tengen. Because, Tengen's a trained shinobi, Gyomei has tenure, so, yeah. So, yeah, they all Hashira know this, is just that they have really no space for Tanjiro to become a Hashira. And using maybe 2 sun techniques doesn't make him a sun pillar. So, yeah. So with this, Mitsuri is somewhat fawning over Tanjiro still. But he doesn't. Tanjiro is aware that Iro likes her, so he immediately will tell Mitsuru about how strong Iro seems. She does have to acknowledge Iro a bit more, which Iro does appreciate, but he still doesn't like Tanjiro that much. But yeah, so with this, Giyu and Shinobu arrive, and immediately Shinobu tries to kill, like, just try to kill Nezuko. Tanjiro will basically smack fight at Shinobu, telling her that he's willing to eliminate her and making himself the Sun Pillar. That means fighting Shinobu, and the fight seems to actually be in Tanjiro's favor, and only Tanjiro's favor. It came to thrusting speed in terms of just with their sword. Tanjiro immediately almost broke Shinobu's sword at once, but because he knows how the Swordsmith are, he wouldn't break it. But Suddenly knocked her out of her hand, kicked out her feet, and slammed her into the ground full force, and held her there. Then Kane would also try to chase after Nezuko, but he got her by the neck and held her in place too. Shinobu tried to use her raw might to get Tanjiro off of her, but his durability is too great to be intimidated by her raw strength. So yeah, eventually he took them both out, just to the point where they're unconscious, and he threw Shinobu to Giyu, put Nezuko in the box, and him and Zenitsu, Inosuke, and Nezuko roll out. They had Kaguya's area. Kaguya was questioning about why Shinobu and Kano are unconscious. But he sees Tanjiro kind of throw Kano to the ground, along with Giyu dropping Shinobu. And he says that they try to kill Nezuko. It's only Kaguya and Giyu are aware of Nezuko. Tanjiro doesn't really bring her around Hashira headquarters. So yeah. He doesn't really bring her around. He kind of has her just hidden somewhere asleep. Or she recently woke up. They wouldn't know her either way. I forgot that. I was like, that's literally in my notes in front of me. I'm dumb. Alright, set a recovery time that they would need. Zenitsu needs like a week to recover from his cuts, and that's about it. Inosuke has like 2 broken bones, and that's it. So give him like a month and a half or so. But yeah. Alright, so set a recovery, so like training, not training. There's little to no recovery time. There's not much needed. But Inosuke did break 2 fingers on like Father Demon, so yeah. But with this, Tanjiro kind of figured out how well some Hashira could work together. And with Zenitsu being calm, he should work well in the Rengoku. And Tsunami and Inosuke are both loud, so yeah. By the end of this, it's time for Mugen train. Hanjo and Shinobu squash their beef, and so does Hanjo and Kanao. So yeah. But by the end of this, Zenitsu basically combined thunder breathing, and he made a new technique. As he also combined flame breathing, as he basically made annoying flash fire, which is like thunderclap and flash. So flash, so basically annoying flame flash, or annoying flash flames. So yeah, then Inosuke combined basically his pierce technique along with dust roll and cutter, making it piercing dust roll and cutter. So yeah, these techniques both through training, they both rise to the rank of Kinoe. So yeah. So Inosuke and Zenitsu brought both Kinoe, Tanjiro. Well, they're kind of considering making him basically the sun Hashira, because the technique he didn't master. Well, he has not mastered it. Maybe only 2 forms, but Tanjiro is still extremely strong. And it'd be weird to only have him at Kinoe, because he would need to do Hashira level missions. So yeah. So with this, Tanjiro's made the Sun Hashira, and then the mission for Mugen Train happens to basically be Tanjiro, Kyojuro, Inosuke, and Zenitsu. This mission was established to all 4 of them before Tanjiro's made Hashira, but they do it. So yeah. The mission is more or less a test of might for the 2 Kinoe on the team. So yeah. With this one came basically the kids are trying about to try to kill them in their dreams. Tanjiro fell asleep, but don't let someone try to grab him. Just grabbed him by the throat and just threw him to the side. Everyone went near him while he was asleep and threw to the side if they had ill intent. But eventually, by honestly pure spite, he woke up and threw everyone away from his friends. Then pulled out a sword, telling them that they should leave or also kill them all. No matter what Enmu is basically trying to do with them, well, their deaths will be far more painful. All the kids will leave, and Tanjiro basically woke up everyone and tells them what's going on. So yeah. So Tanjiro tells basically the Kinoe plus Nezuko to go and fight against the other demons. But Tanjiro had a guess on the train that he intentionally had. This one wasn't like Kinoe yet, but he was making his way up there. He invited Genya. Honestly, just based off Sanemi, him and Sanemi don't get along. They're more like rivals than anything else, but yeah. Basically, after Tanjiro had made the rank of Hashira, well, him and Sanemi are basically equals in terms of all around ability. So yeah. So Genya's on the team currently, and Genya isn't Kinoe yet, but he's like the rank below that. So yeah, Genya would help the Kinoe plus Nezuko. and defeat the demons while Tanjiro and Kyoto both fight against Enmu. But he's looking down. Enmu would just one with like Kyoto's like annoying flame. Tanjiro's like sun breathing, Kamikagada. These techniques combined with Tanjiro's speed and Rengoku being Rengoku, they kill Enmu in their first attempt. That easy. Tanjiro in terms of all around abilities at around Upper Moon 4, maybe Upper Moon 3 on a good day. So yeah, Enmu stood no chance. With Enmu defeated, and the other demons are pretty easily killed by the 4. Well, they are able to be relatively safe and get their full ability until Akaza arrives. Akaza arrives, well, he fight the 4 plus the two Hashira. And with this, he actually is being pressed pretty well. Even Tanjiro may be as strong as him. Tanjiro, he's not using his full ability. He doesn't know why, but he's not. Tanjiro says he's training as hard as he can. He doesn't know what Akaza's talking about. But eventually, when he sees Akaza about to kill Rengoku, Tanjiro knows this, as he actually sees the world for the first time in his conscious, well, not conscious, but in his non-selfless form, and when he fists about to puncture Rengoku's heart. Tanjiro was in his selfless state, cut off Akaza's hand, and then swing his blade about to cut off Akaza's head. Akaza, honestly, in his nervousness, had his head cut off, sure, he regrew it back immediately. Tanjiro's almost concerned, wondering what demon has his abilities, and fought one with that ability yet. But immediately Akaza says he never used his abilities till now, and upper demons do have this. Tanjiro must have just awakened it for him. But yeah, so with this, Akaza and Tanjiro began fighting even more, and eventually Akaza did break Tanjiro's sword. But Tanjiro eventually would scoff, and began using his raw ability to fight against Akaza, and everyone sees Tanjiro's hand-to-hand combat abilities on skill for the first time besides using raw might. Tanjiro's martial arts skills are extremely good, not as good as Akaza, but they're still really good, even Akaza is acknowledging this. But eventually Akaza had basically just used his technique to knock out Tanjiro by breaking all of his ribs all in one fell swoop. Tanjiro hits the ground. The attack should have broken all of his ribs. He's just a tank, so not all of them are broken. Maybe 2 of them are broken. But he fights Akaza, and he fights Rengoku. Rengoku isn't killed yet, it's the son of Rosen, but Rengoku is able to kind of block the punch, but in exchange, his whole arm is blown apart by this blast. Or they lost to a shockwave. So Rengoku lost his whole arm in the middle of the fight. Tanjiro almost had all those ribs destroyed. Well, the 2 that are broken are in pieces. They are almost dust. So yeah. So, but this they call it backup because they can't really move Rengoku. Well, they can move Rengoku. They can't move Tanjiro. It's a bit too dangerous to move Tanjiro alone. So yeah. So with this, basically Shinobi would arrive, find somebody to move Tanjiro to basically the Hashira HQ. And Rengoku was given medical treatment a while ago. So they're both fine. But by the time of basically the what was it? The Enchantment District arc, Tanjiro basically saw heard about about Tengen trying to basically pull away the butterflies. Tanjiro appeared in front of Rengoku and hit him in the face full force, or tried to, but Tengen was barely able to dodge this punch, and it made a pretty decent large scratch across his face. Tanjiro landed catching the butterflies, and Tengen telling him to screw off, as he'd gotten along with the 3. So yeah. Pause real quick. So Tengen is kind of shooed away from the butterflies, so Tanjiro got along with them recently through his recovery, or got along with them a while ago, but still. In the meantime, Genya was training their Sanemi officially now with Inosuke. So yeah. As Tanjiro was able to convince him. So yeah. But Rengoku had retired as Hashira, and Zenitsu is the runner-up for flame-breathing Hashira, so yeah. Even though Zenitsu can only do 3 techniques of it, but he's trying. So yeah. But then they realize something. Zenitsu is only a master of one style of thunder breathing, but he's a master of it. And there's 1 Hashira down right now. There's 9 currently, but there used to be 10. People have now heard about 10. And Rengoku's news of retirement is going to be soon. The only person who's a candidate to be a Hashira right now is Zenitsu. Maybe Nezuko if one of demon to be Hashira, but I don't think anyone's going to allow that. So, with this, the new Hashira happens to be Zenitsu. So Zenitsu is the current Hashira. For thunder breathing, that is, but yeah. And then we'll just reach back to Zenitsu's former senpai, being Kaigaku. This was before Kaigaku became a demon, and he hears about this. He's really infuriated and became a demon out of spite. But Jigoro got the same news that Kaigaku became a demon, raising Zenitsu became a Hashira. So with this, he actually called up Zenitsu. Zenitsu is currently giving a bit of break to have some bit of celebration. But Zenitsu heard about what basically what they're actually planning on doing. This does make Zenitsu incredibly upset, and he tells his friends about it. All the Hashira, one of the ones Zenitsu, kind of just being, Tanjiro, Inosuke, Kyojuro, and Gyomei. They'll come to see Jigoro off, as Kage-sama would also come to see him, as Zenitsu actually asked him to. And Urokodaki heard about this as well, said Urokodaki's coming. And Rengoku's father would actually, Rengoku's doing if he's retired, and Rengoku says he's going to see off Jigoro. And Kyojo's like, what do you mean see him off? And then Kyojo's like, yeah, when Zenitsu became demons, he's swinging seppuku. And with this, Kyojo's like, oh, not Kyojuro. Shinjiro's like, oh, really? Well, I guess I'll go. So with this, they'll see off Jigoro, and Zenitsu would be the one to behead him. And as Jigoro's dead, Zenitsu basically yells like he plans to murder Kagaku with his bare hands. So yeah. And because Enmu's gone, and Kagaku's trying to get as strong as possible through spite, he rose to Upper Moon 1 in a matter of weeks. So yeah. So with this, no, Upper Moon 1, Lower Moon 1 in a matter of weeks. If I said Upper Moon, I'm bad. But yeah. Now with this, we go on probably just to, now Entertainment District arc. But only people go on it happen to be, kind of just Tanjiro and Tengen alone. So, yeah. Just Tanjiro and Tengen, saying the other Hashira kind of do their own thing. He's in the company Tengen. Tengen is nodded, saying, sure, why not? Just don't hold me back with your broken ribs. So, yeah. Inosuke, Zenitsu, and Genya are kind of doing missions as a group for now. And this goes also with Tanjiro, but, yeah. Came to this one, basically, first, when they find Daki and fight her, Tanjiro heard her immediately and knew where she was. Which even shocked Tengen, but, yeah. They found that they fight Daki, and these two combined are oppressing, them alone oppressing Daki to her limit. So, yeah. Remember, Tanjiro says that they shouldn't fight. Nezuko can fight her, who cares? So, Nezuko will go all out, being a bit stronger, and she fights against Daki. Already pretty easily beat Daki until Gitro emerged from her. But when he emerged, Tanjiro and Tengen had their full ability back, even though they didn't lose much energy alone. So, yeah. And before Tanjiro was already level Hatengu on an average day. On the best day, maybe approaching a bit above Akaza. He's on Doma level on the best day, but he's kind of like equal to Akaza on the best day. So, yeah. Whereas him and Tengen combined are basically just obliterating Gyotaro in the most disrespectful way possible. But when Gyotaro is killed, a little along with Daki, as Nezuko was able to kind of just throw her at Tengen, then Tengen cut Daki's head off, and Tanjiro just cut Gyutro's head without even using a breathing technique. So yeah, those two dead. Kagaku's the one made Lower Moon 6, and he says that if it was Tengen alone, Tengen would have died, but if Tanjiro was alone, he still would have killed both of them. It would have been just really hard to. And then Akaza says, no, wouldn't have, honestly. This is for you speaking up, but no, wouldn't have. He's about almost as strong as me on his best day, I can guarantee that. He uses something where it's like he saw through me. And immediately just made Muzan a bit furious that Tanjiro had that ability. Then Akaza was dropping his fight with Tanjiro. And it just pissed him off to an insane degree. So, yeah. I can mention one thing though, which is Lady Tamayo. I'm not curious about that arc at all. Tanjiro completely obliterated Tamayo and went toward he knew who Muzan was. He felt the presence of him. He left him alone. That's about it. Muzan was too strong for him to bother. That's about it. So yeah, the two demons later, Tamayo, he killed them in seconds. It wasn't hard. So yeah, back to this. So yeah, Tanjiro next arc would probably not be towards the village, but I forgot a lot of that arc, and it'd be the best arc to fight Hatengu and what was it? It's Hatengu and Gyoko. So yeah, so in this arc they fight Hatengu and Gyoko. And they're going here just because Inosuke had broken the sword on the recent mission, which is fighting a few other Lower Moons. As it wasn't heard that before he killed all of them, oh, these guys are going on the mission by themselves. As he made new Lower Moons, oh yeah, go fight them. There's such a big herd of them that seems to take a lot of them out with one fell swoop. But as he's been learning a lot of thunder breathing from the scrolls that the Jigoro had around. Essentially, he had to kill his own master. So yeah. Or help kill his own master, but yeah. At least he's a bit stronger than usual now. And almost as strong as he is in the Muzan fight. So, yeah. So with this, Inosuke broke his sword, so Tanjiro would go with him. Then Mitsuru and Muichiro accompany them. And here's where basically Inosuke gets his sword, because they make it. But then when Gyoko and Gyoko and Hatengu emerge, Tanjiro says he's gonna help fight Gyoko. Inosuke should help. He's gonna fight Hatengu. Help Mitri fight Hatengu. And we should get help from Inosuke to fight against Gyoko. So yeah. So Inosuke and Mitri fight. Not Mitri. Inosuke and Mitri fighting Gyoko. Tanjiro and Mitri fighting against Hatengu. Tanjiro alone is about as strong as Hatengu is, and I'm talking about full power Hatengu. He can make max power Hatengu. But Tanjiro's pretty happy and peaceful today. This is his best day, and on his best day, we all know who he's as strong as. Him and Mitri combined easily kill Hatengu. It was probably the easiest fight of Tanjiro's life because it was his best day. One of his better days. No, it was his best day. So yeah, but with this Hatengu's killed, and Mitri and Tanjiro have little to no injury. Next game, Muichiro had both killed, had they both killed Goku at the same time. They're a bit more roughed up, but they still killed him. So yeah. So with this, they end up leaving Swordsmith Village. And the next arc, I'm gonna say probably just Infinity Castle because I don't care about any other arcs. But yeah. And upgraded from Sparrow to a very small crow. So yeah, bit of an upgrade if I say so myself. Yeah. Now you go on probably just, I'm going to say, maybe, we can go on to probably, Infinity Castle, screw it. All the people that are in their way are in level lower moons, but Tanjiro used one attack to cut down all them in their way, and they all just use the group attacks to fight. And Kyojo had heard what they were doing, and he joins them. Originally, Tengen to place Kyojo in this arc, but Tengen isn't as strong as Kyojo is. So Kyojo would emerge with one arm, sword throw hands. So, yeah. And plus he's been training with just one arm. He's still stronger than Tengen is with one arm. So yeah. He's stronger than Kenny, he's much stronger actually. So yeah. Now he's here with Giyu and Tengen to run the ones with Akaza. And those three combined actually will almost kill him. But they all pass out before the fight would end. And then, Akaza has no choice but to burn in the sun. He's honestly about to die, but then the sun came up right as they pass out, so he burns to ash. Tanjiro would watch as Inosuke and Inosuke, Zenitsu, Kanao, and Shinobu fighting Doma. He's wondering why Zenitsu's fighting Kagaku. He killed Kagaku in 3 seconds. He got so strong out of just that much fury that he killed Kagaku that quickly. So yeah. Now, he hasn't been mastering any other techniques. No, he's just been putting them into one breathing form so we can use it as thunderclap and flash. So yeah. Well, Inosuke has basically reached Hashira tier in this arc. So yeah. In Confronting game, we reached Hashira tier in this arc. You reached Hashira tier a lot earlier than in this arc. They had so many Hashiras at this point that they didn't need another one. So yeah. It would seem desperate if they made any more Hashira. Inosuke, Kanao, Shinobu, Zenitsu, they pretty easily killed Doma as a group. In this one, Shinobu didn't really poison herself completely. She knew that Zenitsu would get done with Kagaku pretty quickly, so she didn't poison herself fully. But basically, as she's poisoned, she had she had Doma eat her arm, and then with Doma pretty much poisoned and her arm missing, but she's bleeding out though. Then all 4 of them are able to kill Doma like that. So yeah. Now next it would probably be with Akaza, Doma. There's there's the I believe the next number 4 moon or number 4, number 5. Yeah, them combined are able to kill a girl like what was it called? Yeah, the next number 4, Nakime. She's pretty easily killed by literally anyone here. Iguro didn't change much in strength, and neither did Yome. So Iguro was still struggle, but Tanjiro had nothing else to do, so he helped her. So he helped Iguro kill Nakime. With that fight ended in seconds. So yeah. Then the next fight would be against Kokushibo. In the middle of the fight, Tanjiro had reached a new plane of power. Steven Thunder Mark was in full drive. And the point where Tanjiro is now reaching tiers of Kokushibo levels of power in the middle of the fight. And Tanjiro kind of with everyone else helping, as no one here had died yet. The only thing that happened is Shinobu was too tired to actually fight because she bled out in the middle of a battle, so she had to sit down. But on this fight, not everyone we can do the Demon Slayer marks. Really, just I would say the weaker ones did, being I would say But the ones that fought Akaza within the Demon Slayer marks, being like Rengoku, Tengen, Giyu, they awaken their marks, but well, let's just push Kushibo to like a whole nother limit. But Tanjiro reaching level of power in the middle of the fight, including his mastery hand-to-hand combat in the middle of the fight. Well, eventually they're all able to kill Kokushibo, and they still have enough energy left to fight Muzan. In that fight, well, this fight goes pretty much the exact same as in canon. There's Tengen and Kyojuro there. So yeah, and Shinobu, she was in halfway through the fight once her wounds tended to, and she's able to fight. So yeah. But now she completely poisons herself by drinking the poison completely, and then having Muzan eat it in the middle of the fight, telling everyone, that like she's going to weigh them down, so the best thing to do is actually have Muzan have her as a meal. But Muzan absorbs her instead of eating her, which he thought that's what she planned. But no, she planned on him absorbing her. As he just absorbs her, he's poisoned by just Hysteria. So this group, they're pretty easily able to kill a greatly poisoned Muzan. So yeah. So Shinobu still dies and everything else. So they're pretty easily able to move on with the help of Shinobu killing herself. So yeah. Allergies are killing me. Well, this Shinobu's the only one that dies here, but because demons marks naturally kill people besides Tanjiro. Well, the story goes right after with Hashira dying pretty young ages because they're demon slayer marks, but not all of them do. So yeah. Yeah, so with this, Nezuko does become human again and everything. And there's no Demon King Tanjiro, because if there was, he'd kill all the Hashira in seconds. So, yeah. So with this, the story would end. Hope you guys enjoyed this part, or not part, this what if. Like and subscribe for more. Adios.